Here we go. Hello, good evening, everyone. Yeah, this is a bit busy on the League Racing TV channel because we've got some Formula One on the other two channels, but hopefully we're going to get some people watching the next installment, the penultimate round of Season 18 of the BTCC Blueprints with STDAsh84 designs. And like I said, it's coming to you live at Sainte Croix, back over in France for the 8th round of 9. I am Sean, as always, in the booth with me. Well, typical, as the two-time champion is Liam. How are you tonight, Mr. McEwen?
I'm good. It's been a bit of a crappy week, being slightly ill, so there's nothing better to cheer you up and bring you back to life than some nutters driving around a sometimes narrow track.
Indeed it is. Yeah, we're just waiting for the madness to start, which is going to happen in about a couple of minutes time, so we'll just quickly get forward then to the drivers points and the team standings here before we get qualifying underway. So Ethan Graham had a pretty amazing time last week at the Nürburgring, and he sits now with a 17-point buffer, which I think is the biggest gap we've seen so far this season. He holds a 17-point gap over his former teammate for many seasons, Lewis Edwards, defending champion, 4-time champion of the series. He sits on 285. Xavier McIntosh had a nightmare. He came into the Nürburgring leading the points. He's now at least 20 points behind the new championship leader, Ethan Graham, as we're looking at him right now, as he sets the fastest time in practice. So that's good to see. And we'll talk about a track we'll talk about the track later on, well, very, very soon. Twan Volbrecht sitting fourth with 267, but more importantly, though, he has picked up 13 penalty points. So that means that is a qualifying ban, but the only thing that will help him is that he has used all his medium tyres for race 1, so he should be working his way up through the field. Adam Piper sitting in 5th with 251 points. Chris Clements now is down to 6th place on 242. Then you've got the rookie Mundungus Katinas on 202, Rob Schauer on 192, Brockner on 140, Sharp on 122, Emmett Van Til, who is not going to be racing. He has got an event ban, so we will see him in the finale next week. He's on 105, Liam New on 106, Westerborg, who is back racing with us. There he is. He is sitting in the 13th in the standings on 77, and Joseph Willows, there he is, the new guy. Oh, he's just having a bit of a park into turn 1, and he sits on 15 points. So the team standings then, JS Motorsport looks like the team of Twan and Ethan are going to win the team's championship yet again. I do believe that is a 76-point advantage now over Vauxhall Motorsport, that are now sitting second. Export on 474, Peugeot Sport 381, ABG 350, Atomic Kitten 219, and the MG Sport in Racing on 186. So this track then, Sainte Croix, the last time we raced here, I believe it was on season 14. Very, very wide circuit. Qualifying was very interesting. If I remember that Connor Heron picked up the pole, followed by Liam New. Oh, there he is there. Just right into shot when I was just saying about him. I think he only just finished like 2 thousandths slower than Connor Heron's time. We had loads of different winners, loads of first-time winners here. Will we see that again here tonight?
It's very possible. You know, you think the likes of Katinas haven't had a win, and the Lexus hasn't looked too strong, but you never know a crazy race 2 or race 3, and we might see a new first-time winner.
So out goes the field then, because it is a very long track, so they're probably going to do at least 2 fast laps in, as they'll just make their way through the third corner, I believe that is. Yep, third corner. And again, looking then at McIntosh sitting third in the standings, as the field then make their way towards the bridge. So we'll go through the tyre stuff then. So Schauer's leading the way. He's on a set of super softs, just being passed out by Edwards, who was on the medium tyres. Yeah, where is he? So yeah, Lewis then is getting rid of his last set of his 3 allocated medium tyres for race 1. I think that was Piper weaving left and right. That was then McIntosh on the super softs. Piper using his the second of his sets of mediums in race 1. And which means he'll have another set of mediums for the final race at Brands Hatch next week. God, there's all swapping and changing about bits like. Liam New on Super Softs. And then you've got Katina Sten also on some mediums, and that'll be the last of his mediums then. So he's got race-free tyres left on him. Ethan Graham says he's actually very struggling around here, and with him having a 15-point lead, this is going to be a bit of a long day then for the championship leader.
It could be, yeah, but of course the mediums in race 1 might take some pain away and help him in the further races. It's going to be interesting. Lewis Edwards is trying to keep at the front, but he's got the medium tyres, so everyone behind him is just going to suffer. Maybe, but...
yeah, it could be a bit of mind games, possibly.
He split the egg cars, and I imagine Schouler's wanting to tow McIntosh, but Edwards wasn't allowing that.
Yeah, so already mind games being played there with McIntosh and Edwards. Because as I said, Edwards is on the slower tyres then. So the field then are out of the last corner, turn 14, and then they were going to do their... Well, at least Schouler's going to have at least one lap in, another lap in. I think everyone's going to actually have another lap in, I feel. So they've got 2 chances then to qualify. As we look through, Schouler had a good start to the season, but has really fallen down by the wayside in recent weeks. So he'll need to get something going again. He said one of the things they wanted to do was to win the team's championship, and with McIntosh being up there and Schouler falling down the points, he's not really helped the team at all. And I heard that the team manager Chonk, who was actually celebrated his 11th birthday, by the way, was not too happy in Schouler, but cheered him up by giving him tuna for his birthday. So fair play there to Rob, keeping the manager happy. So what cars do you think will be quite good around here? We know this is like a long circuit, so it could favour the Lexuses, but the Hyundais also look very quick.
They do, and Volbrecht was only just off the pace, so surprisingly the Evils are quick here at power tracks. So far, it actually looks like the Lexus might be one of the slower cars. Looks like anything can be fast here, as Piper just gets into Katinas.
Oh, we're just looking then at Graham then. So he's getting a tow from Piper, who's on the mediums. I think Katinas, Piper and Ethan, they're all on the medium tyres actually. So they're all just trying to get a tow of one another, really. Now we're on to the back straightaway. And also, if I don't know if I've already said this already, that there is Twan Volbrecht. He has got a qualifying ban because he's exceeded over 12 points. So he's got to be on his best behaviour from now on. But again, the only positive thing is he's got the super softs for race 1, so he should work his way out through the field. And we know he is one of the, well, we saw it in his rookie season, he would start at the back of the pack, especially in the race 3, start at the back of the pack, and then by the end of lap 2 he'd be leading it. We've seen it before, it could happen again, and especially a track like this when it's so wide too. Now, you were saying, so what has happened then?
Well, we saw what Schouler's clear intentions are. He gave McIntosh a massive slipstream up the back straight, and then just after the back straight, he dived into the gravel to get out of McIntosh's way. So a big toe and then sacrifice his own lap.
Yeah, that's Rob being the team player. That's good going there from Rob.
Liam New just nearly crashed into him though.
Oh, last lap then, so time remaining then. So some of these guys have not put in a time just yet then. So looks like McIntosh is good to go for another lap. I think there's a few people that has just missed out on one. Willows is one of them. He must have made a mistake. He's 2 minutes 29. I think Casper Brockner has also slowed down. Yeah, 2 minutes 21 for him. So I think, and Westenborg as well. Westenborg, with a 2:21 as well. So it looks like they have just missed out on doing another lap in. Schouler just kicks it up nearly over the bridge. And as you said there...
Now, the BMWs are fighting amongst themselves, the Peugeot Sport cars.
And look at Liam, second fastest.
New nearly crashed into Schouler and went off at the start of this lap. It's New pushing Edwards. Yeah, New pushing Edwards, yeah. You would expect it to be the other way around, but with Edwards currently being in 8th place, and also you got Volbrecht behind him, as well as a couple of others, like Westenborg will be on... Westenborg's on the mediums too, isn't he? Yes, he is.
Willows is also on the mediums as well. I think it's Brockner. Yeah, Brockner's the one that they'll probably he'll pass Edwards too, because he's on the set of super softs for race 1. But Liam New started doing off where he's got to be qualifying. If he stays in second place and then has to back out of it, so that might cost him a bit of time. But so far, McIntosh leads the way, followed by New, Clements in third, Ethan Graham, fourth place though for him. That's a solid qualifying effort there from Ethan on the set of mediums.
Yeah, it looks like some of those on the super softs towards the back have just been caught up in all the slipstream trains and battles.
Oh, massive tank start from Ethan, but kept it going, kept Piper behind. Now let's see if McIntosh will improve on his 2:16. Looks like he's not going to improve. What about Schauler from 11th? Schauler does improve, goes third. So that's good. That'd be good for him to have at the starting grid when McIntosh will see his teammate right behind him in his mirror, not unless if there's any improvements. Liam New did not improve his time, so it looks like McIntosh has got the pole firmly wrapped up, and that is a crucial championship point for him. That puts him now to 283 points. Any movers and shakers then? It was only just Schauler that's just gone up into third position by the looks of it. Edwards in sixth, actually. He improved. He improved a couple of positions, gained a second as well. So Liam, with that bump draft in him, must have helped a bit.
There'll be a egg 1-2 into turn 1 probably.
Yeah, could possibly be. Well, you never knew what Liam New would do in that BMW. We know the BMWs are very, very good at the start there. So McIntosh grabs his second pole of the season. Can he get his sixth win of the season? The starting grid looks like this. It is McIntosh, New, Schauler, Clements, Graham, Edwards, Piper, Sharp, Katinas, Westerborg. Then I've missed out again. Who is it? Brockner, Willows, and Volbrecht. Watch out for Volbrecht, because he could be a threat to get a good position here out of race 1. 8 laps around this long circuit, this 14 corner circuit. Engine notes are gone, lights out, and away we go. And a good start then for the pole sitter McIntosh, as if he can get a different camera angle. And it looks like that Schauler has not made the start he wanted, although McIntosh trying to get a tow to get Schauler into second place, and he's done it now. So Schauler's got up into P2, as you said there, export 1-2, and here comes Clements going for P3 on Liam New, which he has done. And again, Ethan Graham keeping just behind him, keeping him very, very honest then. And now it is again the pantomime show between Schauler and Clements. But look at Ethan Graham. Ethan looking very racy. I don't know if he gave Liam New a little bit of a tap on the back out of turn 3. But now they're going to be like Noah's Ark, 2x2 through these series of corners here. Flat out as well. This could be a little bit iffy. And Schauler holding on to second, Clements into third, and New has regained that fourth spot, and Edwards back down into fifth position. Not a good start there, and Volbrecht, you can see already, he's up to 8th position. So last on the grid, he's already in the crack. He's already cracked the top 10.
Yeah, like you said, poor start for New. Looked like he almost turned in on Schauler and then Clements and lost some time. But yeah, that export 1-2, which is going to be crucial for McIntosh.
Oh, I don't know. There was nearly contact on the exit the bridge there with Ethan and New. I think they lost a lot of momentum, and I think Liam and Ethan is going to lose a couple of spots in the process to Edwards and to Adam Piper, and now that's going to allow Volbrecht now to close up to his teammate and championship leader while they go on to the backstretch now. As it is just Slipstream City down through there. The back of the back there, you see Joseph Willows putting a block on. That would be Jeffrey Westenborg, the only Team Atomic Kitten driver. Let's ride on board again then with the guy that's fourth in the standings then. And it looks like he's going to dive on the inside of his teammate Ethan Graham into that corner. And that's another position gain. That's 7th place then. 13th to 7th now for Tuan.
Look how quickly it can change now. Edwards is 4th and Graham is down to 8th. I didn't quite see what happened between him and Liam New. I'm sure if there was anything bad, it'll end up in the stewards, but Ethan Graham's lost out.
And Clements has got a run on Schauler for second spot here. I tell you what, that would have been a lovely pass if Clements made that stick, and he has done. That's a beautiful pass. He had to go around the outside on one of the corners. Here's a replay. Plenty of room between the pair of them, so some respect being shown there. That's good to see. And yeah, he just had to run off the corner, and that was a fine pass from Clements. So fair, clean racing between those two, and Clements is up to second place.
And Volbrecht's just gone around the outside of New at turn 1.
Yeah, and he's up to P5 then, so he's already gained 8 places alone. It's like I was saying, he's like the race 3 king. Starts at the back, and he's already working his way out through the field, and that's 5th position now already for Tron. Meanwhile, the championship leader, Ethan Graham, has fallen down to 10th now.
Yeah, Sharp passed him. Brockner is also on super softs, but Katinas is falling through. It's been a horrific opening period of the race for Ethan Graham.
Yeah. Oh, nearly gets into Katinas too. Those two also on medium tyres there too, as Ethan goes onto the grass and into the barrier he goes, and Willows nearly follows suit. So disaster for the championship leader. I don't know if there was any contact though. Let's ride on board with Ethan. Did Katinas get into him? He backed out so he can let Katinas have the run, but then he messed up the second part. Was there a bump? He clipped the curb. And then it just went into Ethan. Yeah, there's a nasty bit of curb there when you're going over to the bridge. It does go straight, and that's what happened there. I don't think there was any malicious in it. It was just, he just clipped too much of the curb and he just went into Ethan. So now Ethan is down into last place. Disaster for the championship leader. Perfect if you're Xavier McIntosh, because he's leading the field and some margin too. And look at this mess for third. Look at this mess for third place. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Schauler's holding on to this. Edwards on the mediums in 4th, Volbrecht in 5th, and New in 6th. And again, they go Noah's Ark, 2 by 2 by 2 through these series of corners here. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. The Peugeot Sport trying to put the Volbrecht in the middle of a Peugeot Sport sandwich here. Now, has he got the run on Schauler? No, he doesn't. But look at how for Edwards, he's still there in 5th, New in 6th.
Yeah, this was just all due to Schauler and Clements fighting. All the medium runners have been able to hold on, plus also Slipstream, very strong around here. Yeah,
I do believe Edwards is on the mediums, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, and he's still sitting there up in the top 5. Let's ride on board then with the 4-time champion as Volbrecht is trying to find any which way. Oh, and he just clips the curb and nearly loses the rear. Now, is that going to allow Liam New to go by him on the outside? Yes, indeed it does. 5th place then now for Liam. But Tron's trying to find any which way on Schauler to get into the podium spot, and holding each other up, it's allowing Clements to pull away.
Yeah, I think McIntosh has enough pace to cover Clements. It's just a job for Schauler. How long can he hold up Volbrecht as well?
And look at Brockner. Brockner's up into P7. And look at Sharp. Sharp, the last time he raced here, he took his first ever victory. There he is, sitting in 8th position. So Sharp could be on course here for a decent result here, as he gets a great one out of over the bridge on Brockner. Now he'll go around the outside of the Lexus driver, and he'll probably get a tow as well from Lewis Edwards, just ahead of him in that Peugeot liveried BMW.
Yeah, Schauler and Volbrecht are still fighting. It's good respectful racing.
Brockner just hit too much of the curb, and that's gifted 7th place there to Ash.
Yeah, this track is quite lethal at times. Volbrecht is through, but can Schauler fight back? Long straight Hyundai with Slipstream. You would think so.
Yeah, you can see him. He's already parking over to the right side of the track then, and you can see that Schauler's getting a tow from Liam in the process. Edwards is just starting to fade away from this battle for 3rd position. And if he's not going to be too careful, it's going to allow Sharp and Brockner to catch up, as well as Adam Piper as well. Piper's sitting in 9th position, another driver on the mediums. Having a decent race here so far. Any improvement then on what Ethan is doing? He's sitting still in 13th place. He's 7 seconds behind Westenborg in the only Team Atomic Kitten car in the field. But Schauler's regained 3rd position back.
It has, with a nice tow and, a nice bump draft and a bit of Slipstream.
Although New's trying to go around the outside of Volbrecht. If he gets on, gets it sideways and keeps it going there. Now they go up against the pit wall again to start lap number 4. Oh, this is some entertaining racing here. Already, this is only race 1. We've got another 2 more races of this.
Yeah, this fight for 3rd. And surprisingly, they've not actually lost away from Clements. He must have made a small mistake last lap, because Schauler was half a second quicker and he was jumping all over the places. He's
nearly in slipstream distance. If Schauler can, if Volbrecht beats a bit more generally and maybe helps Schauler into the tow, he'll be in the slipstream with Clements. They're only 8 tenths and closing. And now Brockner and Sharp is now in the battle with the 2 Peugeot drivers too. So we've got a 4-car scrap here for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th.
Yeah, these two have kind of disassociated themselves with the fight for
Oh!
2nd/3rd.
Edwards using all of the track on the exit of the bridge curve, but now Sharp wants a piece around the outside, but a sparks flight there from the MG. Yeah, he's going to go around the long ray as they go over the bridge and then into this nasty bump left-hander here. And now Edwards has gone through, nearly pushes Liam New in the wall, and now is Sharp going to take full advantage of it? Well, I tell you what, the two tried to, Liam and Edwards are not helping each other here. They keep battling position hand over foot, and now Sharp wants a piece of the action. And nearly got a pass on Edwards too.
Yeah, I think Katinas has owned up to his error. He's now down in last, so I presume he's waited and given up the place.
Yeah, that's probably the right thing to do there for Katinas there. I don't think he'll pick up a penalty now for doing it. Maybe some penalty points in the process, but I mean, he's got plenty. He'll be good anyways. So again, this battle's still going on for 5th place, and again, these two, Edwards and New, they're not really helping each other out here because they keep battling.
No, you saw how they were in this battle, and now this battle has caught up to Chris Clements. They could have been in the fight for 2nd, but they've dragged themselves backwards towards fighting for 7th and 8th.
Oh, and more sparks flying from Shaula. God, he's on the ragged edge, and he's trying his desperate to try and get up to to Clements and P2. So we've got a 3-car scrap for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, a 4-car scrap for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th respectively, and possibly 9th if Piper's in the mix of it as well. Now then, we're into the second half of race 1. And McIntosh has really scooted away, nearly a 6-second advantage then over this scrap for 2nd spot. And again, the two BMW drivers then still battling side by side. I think Brockner's actually dropped back a bit. He has now. He's over a 2nd behind the 3-car battle, but it's ahead of him now for 5th, 6th and 7th. But now Sharp has stuck his nose in between the Peugeot Sport sandwich here.
Twan side by side with Schouler.
Indeed he is. He's got the inside here. And, oh, goodness me. Yeah, Schouler's looking very racy here. It's good to see Schouler. He's back up racing up at the front where he should be, instead of battling all the way down in about 11th, 10th for that respectively there. So it's like Edwards nearly may have clipped the end of the bridge there. Nearly did. And again, he's lost that spot to his teammate again. And again, yeah, now we see Volbrecht and Schouler 3rd and 4th side by side. Goodness me, it's absolute... It's just action all the way through the field here. You can't see any which way you look to have a battle with.
It just shows the importance of pulling away, like Ethan Graham did last week when Piper was 2nd. He just pulled off and he was never to be seen again. McIntosh is doing something similar here because they're just fighting all the way through the field. With Schouler's on Volbrecht, maybe Clements as well.
Oh, here we go. We're going to go 3 wide then, onto the back straight away into this tight right-hander. Schouler on the inside, Clements in the middle, Volbrecht backs out of it there. Hopefully there wasn't too much contact through that, and Schouler gets 2nd spot back. This is the Schouler we've been wanting to see for weeks, and we're finally getting to see it.
That was a very good move. To take both cars in one straight. And Clements' pace the last few laps hasn't been great. Can Schouler capitalise and pull away? Of course, slipstream, it's almost impossible to break here. There's
a little tap there, but I don't know if that was a bit of a lag spike there from Clements that he gave the bump to Schouler. But anyway, we're on lap 6 then out of 8. And now it is an Export 1-2. Looks like that is Brockner in the Lexus trying to make a pass then on Liam New. And the power of the Lexus just goes by Liam New like he's not even there. So Brockner is working his way out through the field. He's up to 6th place from starting. I think it was 11th place. So good effort that from Brockner. And now he's trying to
now Schouler's 4th.
Oh, Schouler's down to
Volbrecht
P4.
and Clements are side by side.
Oh, this is just the gloriness of Sainte Croix. Here's the pass then, into turn 1. Yeah, slight contact, no harm in it. And, and Volbrecht's just trying to get the tool from Clements in the process. That was like a bit of a NASCAR style, if you will. But now Schouler's side by side with Volbrecht, and he gets 3rd spot back.
That was a very brave move to go side by side through those S's. It's so easy to be fired into a wall, it's so narrow there.
Still Edwards holding on to 5th, Brockner 6th, New 7th, Sharp is in 8th place. Now here's a look then, let's right on board then with the leader there as Joseph Willows makes a complete mistake then going into the bridge. So there'll be some more championship points going Ethan's way if he can get by Vestenborg and Willows. As we see, he is in the tow of Joseph, the newcomer. Had a fairly decent first meeting at the Nürburgring last week. Of course, he's on the medium tyres here too as Joseph, as well as Jeffrey, who's just ahead. Jeffrey missing the apex then out of the bridge. And then into this long right-hander here. Ethan then all over the back of the newcomer Joseph Willows then. And let's see if he's going to size up a pass then onto the back stretch. Just fighting with the power, trying to get on it. Now he'll get the tow. And Willows going defensive. But the only problem with that is he might get the tow from Westenborg up ahead. Here we go then. Side by side then out of the right-hand kink. So we're still, I think Liam's still going to be concentrating on that battle for third position here, but we're still focusing our attention to Ethan, working his way out through the field. He's up to P12 then now. Now, meanwhile, Clements and Volbrecht and Schauler still battling, but there's a little bit of daylight now between Clements to the battle with Volbrecht and Schauler.
Yeah, after been flicking through this battle and then the one for fifth, it's just absolute bedlam for the one in fifth. But Sharp might now pass Liam New.
And Brockner might pass Edwards too, going into turn one. We start the penultimate lap. No, we can't get by. Yeah, I'm surprised. We normally load that. Oh, that was a bit of a corner cut from Edwards. He had all four tyres out of the first corner. That was clearly all four tyres. Yep. That could be a bit iffy there from Lewis there, trying to hold on to that fifth position.
Yeah, they've all been briefed. If they do it too many times, you get a time penalty.
Now, as Brockner got the run, he's going to go around the long way around these series of corners here, and he's through, he's past him. So Brockner up to fifth position.
Brockner's seriously impressed me these last couple of weeks. I hope he's one who sticks around. His driving's really come on in the last few weeks.
Yeah, we hope to have Brockner for season 19, which I don't know when that's going to be happening. So solid top five there. Great drive there from Brockner from starting 11th on the grid to get into fifth position. This battle for second place is still raging on. Clements, Volbrecht and Schauler, they've been putting on a tremendous show. And what more importantly is it's been fair, clean and very respectful too, which we wanted to see. So it's great to see. Hopefully we'll keep that like that way throughout the whole of the stream or the racing in the next two races. Now as Volbrecht got the run on Clements, then onto the backstretch they go now for the penultimate time in race one. I tell you what, that Mitsubishi... Yeah, Schauler's got a double tow from Clements and Volbrecht. Is he going to try and thread the eye of the needle and go through the middle? He does! He's going to go through the middle here! Oh, this will be the pass of the season if he can make it stick. No, he doesn't. Volbrecht's back to second. Schauler's gained a spot into third, but Clements went from second to fourth.
Yeah, and for two people, Schauler's publicly voiced his opinion on Volbrecht and Clements. They're having a very good race between the three of them.
Now, Sharp has lost out a bit of ground to the battle for seventh place there as we ride on board with Clements' teammate Adam Piper. Sharp has lost a bit of ground on the guys ahead of him for 7th, 6th and 5th now, so I don't know what's happened with Sharp. But anyway, last lap then, and again, still the battle goes on for second place as Volbrecht weaving left and right, trying to break the tow as we start the last lap. Brockner still in 5th, Edwards in 6th, New 7th, Sharp is in 8th. But who's going to be the unlucky one that's not going to be stepping on the podium? Oh, Liam New getting a bit on the grass out of turn one, so he's going to lose the draft of his teammate, and Brockner may fall into the hands of Sharp, who's pulled away a little bit now from Piper, and Ethan Graham now up into P10. That's probably the best he can do. P10 for your championship leader. That will be 5 points, I want to say. No, 6 points. So, you know, damage is already done, but the only good thing is that he's going to go into the softs the rest of the way, whereas McIntosh will have to have a run on the mediums, and he's got to be using it either. Oh, he's got two sets of mediums and Reeve. Yeah, he's got to be careful. You don't be doing too much weaving about there. That could be a bit of a problem there with the stewards there. And it'll be a shame if he picks up some sort of time penalty if he keeps weaving left and right, because his drive up through the field has been astonishing. Oh, now has Schauler got an overlap this time? Let's get on board then with the season 16 champion then, Chris Clements then. Onto the backstretch they go. He's going to help Schauler. That's an unusual thing, isn't it? Oh, he's going to go for the inside. They're going to go 3 wide. Oh, my goodness. 3 abreast. That's it. We don't want that camera angle. We want a different camera angle. Here we go. Ferdinand Clements. He does a Schauler back. Oh, tremendous racing here. And they still go for... Yeah, it's not done. They're still 3 wide. This is what Action at Sainte Croix always does. It just provides some entertaining racing. It's so wide. And that's what you get. It's just unbelievable racing here. And Clements, he might get a P2 out of this, but it's not over yet. They've got one more corner to go. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch then, 6th win of the season then for Xavier McIntosh. The perfect start for him. It's anyone's guess who's going to get 2nd place. It's going to be Clements just about. But who's going to get 3rd position though? Side by side, it's going to be Volbrecht because he's going to get the 2. Out of Clements, he does. Volbrecht gets 3rd by 34 thousandths of a second. And Schauler is down in 4th position, and who was that? Oh, Brockner and Edwards are side by side. It was a dead heat, but Brockner officially gets 5th place. My oh my!
That was a lot of photo finishes within a few seconds.
Definitely. My oh my! What a first race that was there. Absolute entertaining race, and look at the advantage there. 10 seconds he had there, McIntosh had over Clements, Schauler and Volbrecht. My oh my, what a first race that was. Unbelievable that. That was a very fun first race. Obviously not if you're Ethan Graham, because that championship lead is now quickly diminished. So, well, Liam will set up the lobbies then for the second race, and I've put the unofficial results for the first race. Liam can talk out the results, and I will get going with how the points look going into race 2. So, if you're ready, Liam, you can take it away.
Yep. So, Xavier McIntosh kind of forgot he was in that race, led from lights to flag, took fastest lap. Chris Clements takes 2nd, Volbrecht snuck 3rd on the line, due to having the tow. Schauler 4th. Brockner, on this screen, beat Edwards by 7 thousandths of a second. Liam New takes 7th, Ash Sharp in 8th. Adam Piper in 9th. Ethan Graham ahead of Katinas for 10th and 11th, the two who had the incident early on, which Katinas eventually returned. Westenborg in 12th, and Joseph Willows in 13th, and as I mentioned, a McIntosh fastest lap.
So with that all being said, Ethan Graham's championship lead has went from, I think it was 17, it's now down to 4 points. Ethan Graham now has a 308 points. And then Xavier McIntosh is now on a 304 points. It's the perfect start that McIntosh wanted. And also now, the benefit for him is he's going to be starting race 2 on the super softs, and he's starting on the pole. And then Ethan Graham's disadvantage is he's going to be on the super softs, but he's going to be starting deep in the field.
Yeah, it's but it will all come back towards him in race 3. It's just what progress can he make from 10th on the grid. We saw where his teammate got to.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. What a battle there. So Edwards then, he's on to a set of super softs. He's still down to 3rd in the standings on 295. Volbrecht on 280. And then Chris Clements is now ahead of his teammate Adam Piper, 259 to Piper's 258. But yeah, there you go then. Ethan, what could have been a good finish for him ended up in the barrier. Out going into Bridge Corner there. Again, it was just a little bit of a racing incident, if you will. Again, nothing malicious in it. But, yeah, he's going to be starting 10th on the grid. This is going to be tricky now for Ethan, because now, you know, the points gap that he did have is gone. And as I said, McIntosh starting on the pole and Ethan in 10th. This is a big race for Ethan if he can work his way out through the field.
It is, it's damage limitation for Ethan Graham. Where can he get to? I think depending on what tyres or people around him are. He could potentially get a podium.
Just said a bit of banter in the chat there. What's the live chat then been saying? Yeah, because we haven't mentioned about the chat actually as well. We got the usual people. We've got Joseph in the chat. We've got Night Phantom. And we got John, our regular customer, in there. He's wearing his 2013 Plato and Tordorf MGKX Momentum t-shirt. Do you remember that livery?
Yeah, it's a long name. That's a long time since I've heard the name Tordorf.
Yeah, Sam Tordorf. I wish he was back in touring cars, to be fair. I mean, obviously, the way how he left was not that pretty. Was quite sad news, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was always a very good driver. You never know. People have always come back from big sabbaticals in the past, so hopefully we'd like to see Torodov back one day. He was a very good driver. And
also what John's just put in the chat there as well was Rob Austin. Love to see him back in touring cars as well. Be nice to see him.
Yeah, of course, Rob Austin. He never quite had the machinery, of course. He did the sort of fund your own drive thing that PMR did in 2020, and he got points in all 3 races.
Yeah, he did. And then he went in alliances with Simon Belcher, didn't he? And went with the Gioletta, and then it only raced for 1 season. And I think from what I heard is that Simon Belcher's actually put that car up for sale, unfortunately. So the 1 season we only seen
for that car.
Yeah, we did see him. And now Simon's doing like white water racing, isn't he?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I seen a post on his Facebook saying that he finished quite high in some powerboat racing. I think he is now. So fair play, Simon.
Other drivers you want back to, you know, your likes of Bobby Thompson, etc. All drivers that are definitely good enough to be here, just don't either have the funding or the opportunity.
No, definitely not. We're still just awaiting if Jason Plater's going to be racing next year, eh?
Yeah, who knows? Rumours he might go to BTC. It'd be weird seeing him in a Honda after all those years of being rivals with Hondas.
Yeah, indeed. So, but I'm just looking at the tyre options then for race 2, and I just think the only person on the mediums is Brockner. So Brockner's going to be starting P5 on the grid, and he's the only one to be on mediums in race 2. Of course, there's not a lot of people using the mediums for race 2 in the final race, actually. So when it comes to Brands Hatch, it'll be Clements, Graham and Schauler all going to be using the mediums for race 2 for the finale at Brands Hatch.
So that'll make Ethan Graham's job slightly harder, that most of the cars are on super softs, but it might also help McIntosh in race 3, knowing that sort of half the field will be on mediums, so he can make some progress.
Ethan has told our co-commentator to get the final underway, and hopefully we'll get race 2 soon. Well, very, very soon, actually. And hopefully we'll get to see some fantastic racing like we saw in race 1. We hope so, because it was definitely enjoyable watching 2nd, 3rd and 4th battle, and the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th too. So hopefully we'll get to see some more clean racing than that. But like I says, race 2 is underway, and it is basically the results from race 1. So it'll be McIntosh from Clements, Volbrecht, Schauler, Brockner, or the only guy on the mediums. Let's see what he can do. Edwards in 6th. Then his teammate Liam New in 7th. Sharp is in 8th. Piper, Ethan Graham in 10th. Watch out for him. He could be a one to watch. As well as Katinas. Then you've got Westerborg and Willows in the back of the field. Lights out and away we go then. Race 2 gets underway, and it looks like Ethan's already pulling out on the outside of Sharp going in towards turn 1. May have the position already, but good start again then from McIntosh as the field make their way in towards turn 1. McIntosh leads the field over Clements. Volbrecht, pretty much status quo if you will. Someone's been pushed out wider. That was Piper down there in 7th place. He's lost a spot there to Graham, who's already gained 3 places from where he started in. And now he's going to try and find a way by Liam New, which he does do. And Schauler's trying to make a pass on Edwards in the process, as well as Volbrecht on the outside of Clements then, as well as McIntosh trying to hold off the pack of cars that's right behind him. In fact, Clements, they're giving McIntosh a bit of a bump draft, and there's Volbrecht on the outside, and he turns into Clements then. As they go over to the bridge, they go. Volbrecht with a big look on the inside of Clements, but Clements keeps that position.
Edwards has lost a place by doing his old trick. He doesn't brake for the cars in front, he brakes where he wants and ends up piling into the back of them. This race is going to be a lot harder for McIntosh though. No Schauler in 2nd, and he's got Volbrecht on the super softs right there. So how quickly can he pull away? You hope that Volbrecht's a hard time passing Clements.
And probably as well that Graham will probably find a hard time to try and get by Liam New in the process. And now Schauler's fallen down the pecking order. He's lost 5th, 4th position. Could have lost 5th spot to Liam New in the process, but just tucked back into the tool. Meanwhile, further back through the pack, you see there the only team atomic hitting guard of Jeffy Westerborg at the back of the field. But looks like McIntosh is starting to stretch away from the battle for second now. Although the gap is slowly coming down. Although Volbrecht is having a look on the inside. The Clementson takes the second spot and clips onto the gravel trap. I don't know if there was contact with Clementson Volbrecht.
There's a touch, but I don't think it makes a difference.
And because of that now, Clements is now out of slipstream distance of McIntosh, and that's what he wanted to see. Graham now up into P6. He's managed to get by New, who nearly kisses the barrier on the turn 12, I think that was, as well as Piper. He followed suit from Liam New's line. Someone's going very wide. That was Volbrecht, I think that was. Yeah, and Edwards is up into third position, so watch out for Edwards as he's trying to make a pass now on Clements, who went all the way up against the pit wall. So the start of lap 2 then, McIntosh still leads, Edwards wants second over Clements, and it's anyone's guess for fourth from back as Volbrecht is back on the inside of Schauler, and there is again, you're now still your championship leader. I think he'd be quite happy to be in sixth place there. He got relatively scot-free, no contact at all in the opening lap there, so he's done quite well. Ooh, nearly slight contact with his teammate as well, but looks like he's got away with that one. And now Clements giving Edwards a wide berth now, going into this little sort of like sneaky complex here, and Edwards has actually got up into second spot, and now the chase for the lead is starting to go coming up now as Schauler nearly kisses the barrier, well, nearly hits the edge of the barrier.
You did.
Oh, Nude must. Oh yeah, he's where is he?
I think Sharp has hit it as well, but didn't get damaged. He's just falling backwards.
Now, did he have help? Or was it just himself? It looks like it was just himself, unfortunately. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and just looking at the back there, Sharp did too. Yeah, so not good then for Ash, unfortunately. A track that he's very, very good at. It is his favourite track. But struggling so far, unfortunately, for Sharp.
Chris flashing the lights at Lewis Edwards is insinuating working together. He does.
They have
he
to
goes
be.
Bump draft.
And that's Volbrecht then pulling out over stops to try and hold on to that fourth place. Oh, Piper! And nearly gets into Graham, as well as Schauler, but Graham's up into P5. I don't know if there was contact with Volbrecht with Schauler when he made the pass. I want to have a look here.
There was a bet, and then I think Graham got into the back of Volbrecht, although I'm not sure if he was being pushed by Piper or not.
Oh, Graham with a huge lunge. It was a massive lunge on Graham. Took a risk and it paid off.
Yeah. I wonder if it was one of those, he's braked to his point, it's been caught out by the cars in front and just gone, you have to make an overtake attempt of it.
Edwards has just got the fastest lap of the race, a 2:16.432. That's about 3 tenths slower than what we've seen in a race 1 set by McIntosh. As Graham has now found a way by on Volbrecht, although he's lost it though. Went too much on the grass. Now they're free abreast. Schauler's going to get 2 and 1 here yet again. And Piper wants a piece of the action too again. 2 by 2 going in towards turn 3.
Schauler is doing a very good defensive job today.
It's definitely the best we've seen Schauler race for quite a while, I have to say. I think you have to go back to maybe, round 1 or 2 when he was battling up there. He's doing a superb job so far.
He is. It's just how many more cars can he keep away from McIntosh? He's already got 2 working against McIntosh.
Now, what about, McIntosh is now, Edwards is now within slipstream distance of McIntosh, and he is bringing Clements with him. So out of the bridge they go, and then into the this long twisting right-hander, and then onto the backstretch, and you'll see Edwards will gain the draft from McIntosh, and Clements just about holding on in the tow as well. He's nearly out of it, actually. In fact, you could say he's now actually out. He's out of the tow, definitely. And look at the battle still going on for 4th place, as that is Schauler still trying to hold on to 4th place. He's given Volbrecht just enough room to stick a JM car, a vehicle on the inside. Now what's Graham going to do? He's trying to... I think he was going to go through the middle, and then it just got closed off. And now Piper, sorry, what's happened? Edwards is back into... He's gone into the lead.
Yeah, I was looking at Graham. Maybe shouldn't have left a nose in on Schouler. He's ended up losing a place to Piper.
Yeah, Piper just braked on the racing line, so... Oh, and Schouler just kicks up a little bit of gravel too, so that could have enabled a little bit of a like breathing distance on Volbrecht, and indeed he has, I think, to be fair. Volbrecht is now away from shifting distance for the battle for 5th place now.
Oh.
Piper kisses the wall, Schouler kisses the wall, Volbrecht also kisses the wall. The leaders are side by side as you start lap 4.
It's all just kicking off.
I think Sainte Croix should be on the calendar. It should be a permanent stay now, I reckon.
I love the track, always brings good racing.
It does, it really does. I mean, we've seen it in season 14. That was the race that was the one that I wasn't there, and we witnessed 2 brand new winners in there, in Conor Heron and Ash Sharp, and it was definitely some, it was some entertaining racing in that races back then too. And I mean, this is just simply no different as well. Look at them, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th place, all in camera shot, and then this mess for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and Katinas is up there too. And he's bringing Liam New with him too.
Oh, they're still fighting in towards the bridge.
Oh, and that's 5th place now for Ethan. And now Piper, he's got a good run, and he's going to go by Schouler. Schouler's going to try and get a tool for Ethan, but no, Piper sticks in the middle of it. And there is Katinas, the rookie. He's had a couple of podium finishes to his name this season. And Liam New, who has not touched, who has not stepped foot on the podium.
The driver of Bathurst.
Yeah, he did win at Bathurst. Yeah, I was going to say last season, but this season he hasn't stepped foot on the podium.
Was it last season Bathurst?
Yeah, last season was Bathurst. Yeah, it was.
Oh, I thought that was this season.
I don't think Bathurst is on the calendar this season. I don't think.
God knows. I genuinely thought it was this season.
Leaders again, side by side, and McIntosh is retaking the lead back. This is going to be like a seesaw. It's to and fro for the lead. Now, if you were in this position here, 1st or 2nd, and you're going on to the last lap, would you be leading or would you want to be 2nd?
I think you'd want to be 2nd. Get the massive slipstream up on the back straight.
Oh,
Edwards nudged him. He's letting him go. Edwards put McIntosh in the wall there.
I don't know. I thought McIntosh may have just overcooked that corner.
I was on board with Edwards. His front right just nudged into McIntosh's left rear, which is enough to put him in the wall. More of that, and they're going to invite the whole gang onto them.
And Clements is not too far back as well. They are 3 wide, yeah. We're just looking here, and Liam New, he's got nowhere to go. Let's ride on board with Liam. He's got the best seat in the house. Piper, the one that really backed off. He genuinely... Oh, what's happened to Piper? He's disconnected.
I think he's disconnected.
Now, I don't know if... Is he a pad user or is he a wheel user? I don't know. So his pad may have disconnected, so we've whittled it down to 4 cars.
That's what you get for buying a Rover.
Oh,
yeah, disconnect.
He did disconnect, yeah, so that'll put down as a DNF and he will start dead last on the good for race 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, with a big lunge on Schouler. Backed out of it, fair play. So let's see then. Graham still in 5th, Katinas in 6th, Schouler down to 7th and New in 8th. We did have Piper, but unfortunately he's had a disconnection. Now let's have a look then further back up through the field. Oh, what's happened?
Ethan Graham got very sideways and now Katinas is through.
Yeah, there is a very nasty bump when you go over the bridge. When you turn left, there's a very, very nasty bump. And it could catch drivers out there. And now Katinas is up into 5th position, exactly where his teammate Brockner was in race 1. Actually, where is Brockner? He'll probably be down at the back of the field. Yeah, he does. But he is having a battle with Joseph Willows in P11, as well as Westenborg in P10, and Sharp there in 9th position. So Willows and Westerborg continuing their battle from race 1. This time they got Brockner, and Brockner's got a run. He's got a tool. And again,
Shirley
Willow
might pass both of them here.
Oh, where is he? Yeah, there we go. Back with this insane battle again. Yeah, they've lost Liam New.
He's got the inside.
Yeah, he did have the inside, so he's just going to hold on then. So Katinas has fallen down 2 positions, kissed the barrier on the exit of the Turn 12, sorry, turn 13, my apologies there. They have left Liam New out of it now, so it's a 3-car scrap then, as we've got 3 laps to go. Although New...
Oh, Liam New's back in the tow.
Oh, he's back in the tow, yeah, my apologies. So it's still 4-car scrap. There you can see Sharp in the background, still running in 9th position. Looks like Brockner has found a way by... Oh, Westerborg has clipped the barrier very hard. Yeah, Brockner's gone by both of the Team Atomic Kitten and Joseph Willows, so not unless if he took turn 14 a little bit wrong. Here's a replay on board of him, just understeered. Yeah, that's... So Westerborg then understeered through turn 11, and he's lost 11th place. Although Willows wants to get a top 10 here. Anyway, back up at the front then. McIntosh still leads, but Edwards has had a great run out of the bridge. And again, you can see McIntosh going defensive. He's all up against the left side of the road. Now he goes pretty much to the middle of the track then. Oh, goodness me, that was tight. That was tight. If they're not careful, Volbrecht is catching. And we could have a 4-car scrap come the last lap of race 2.
It could be, and when you've got that many cars fighting on a track like this with a big, wide, long straight, it's an absolute lottery for who takes what place.
And again, you can see, let's ride on board with Clements, because he's got a great view of Edwards and McIntosh then. McIntosh all the way over to the right side of the track. Clements is trying to go for the pass what he did in race 2, although Edwards is trying to go for that move there, but McIntosh cuts it off. Now this is another dangerous corner here as McIntosh overcooked the corner. Wide. He did overcook it, and now Edwards is back into the lead, and now Clements has gone into 2nd spot now.
Still 4.5, 5 minutes of racing. It's an absolute anyone's pick as to who wins, who comes 2nd, who comes 3rd.
Oh, Edwards there, side by side then. Export versus Moxel Motorsport there, side by side for 2nd spot. And McIntosh braves around the outside. What a pass that was from McIntosh.
Very, very good move, especially with the dirty air tucked it behind Edwards.
God, he was going to go to the right side, but then pulls out to the left side, goes onto the racing line. Penultimate lap then, side by side for the lead. Clements there just having the best seat of the house. Nearly gets into Edwards in the process. Into turn 1, Edwards holds on, McIntosh is 2nd, and Volbrecht is now nearly less than a 2nd behind the top 3.
Yeah, I think honestly the best thing Edwards and McIntosh could have done was work together when they were sort of 1st and 2nd on their own, and then fought on the last lap or so. Because now they might finish 3rd and 4th at this rate.
Volbrecht is there. He is in the slipstream distance of those top 3. So we're going to have a 4-car scrap for potentially the win on the last lap here. Let's have a look then at the battle for 5th place then. There's Ethan Graham into 5th. He started 10th, so P5, it's a decent run. And Katinas then into P6. Doesn't want to make contact with him again at this corner, which he's behind him still. Showler still holding on to 7th place. They have kind of dropped Liam New again. He's a 2nd adrift now from this battle. Then you've got Ash Sharp in P9. Brockner in 10th. Still being hounded by the newcomer Joseph Willows. Fully sideways and out of the bridge. May have just clipped the curb. So has Willows got a run on Brockner? No, he doesn't. Again, the power of the Lexus too strong on that little straightaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, all in shot here as we've got 1.5 laps to go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate in for this battle for 5th position here? It's just battles anywhere you look. Here goes then Edwards then going defensive. Oh, Volbrecht has lost it. Volbrecht lost it.
Oh.
I just seen him. He just clipped the curb when he was braking.
And then he went back into the gravel trying to rejoin. He's down to 7th. And Liam New might get him because he's got dirty tyres.
He just clipped the grass when he was in the braking point. Here we go. Hits the brakes. Just when it touched on the Astro. Oh, he'll be absolutely annoyed by that. He'll be incensed by doing that.
That type of stuff can define championships.
Yeah,
like Graham's instant in race 1. You could look back on that when this is all done, and that might be the moment.
Well, that's Katinas now up into potential 4th position. He hits the pit. Whoa! What on earth is that? That was a rookie mistake for Katinas. He was trying to go the heavy defensive and he just kisses the entrance to pit wall.
What have we just seen in the last minute or so? 2 rookie errors from 2 very good drivers.
You wouldn't expect that there. Absolutely not. That is incredible. It's just basically gifted Ethan Graham 4th place. We're on the last lap of this race now, and what was supposed to be a 4-car battle is now back to a 3-car battle for the win.
Yeah, Ethan Graham was looking at potentially P7 depending on who passed him, but now he's
the worst it could be is P5.
P4.
The worst it could, yeah, the worst could be 5. Although Shaula didn't have a good run, it may have. Oh no! He's just clipped the barrier now. I don't know if Volbrecht got into him or if he just lost it by himself.
I think it was contact, but New's car control is very dramatic. I don't think the contact would have done anything.
No, there wasn't. Nah, I don't think there was.
It was a bit of door-to-door. Wouldn't have put New in the wall. Kind of did that to himself.
So Volbrecht then absolutely seething that he's in 6th position because he could have had there's a potential win in the bag. Anyway, onto the back stretch then. Half a lap to go. McIntosh has got the lead back. Now he's got like at least 6 more corners to hold on to that lead. We've got to go back on board with Clements. We don't want to look at that view. We want to look at the forward view. Edwards then breaking onto the racing line. Now McIntosh has got to hold on to that racing line, which he has done. He's got about 4 or 5 corners to go to hold on to get his 7th win of the season. But he's got to get these last corners right here. This should be flat out here. Oh, it is. He's using every inch there. He's got 1 more corner to go. Kissing a bit there. Edwards going to the inside. They may compromise each other here. Last corner then. Is it McIntosh? Is Edwards got to run? He has gone deep. They're going to be side by side across the start finish line. It's going to be another photo finish by the looks of it. 4,000, 16,000. It's going up 3 wide. And Edwards has got it by just on the line. So that mistake there for McIntosh has cost him 2 valuable championship points.
He'll be kicking himself. He just went in a bit hot on the brakes and missed the apex.
He did, definitely. Ethan Graham, I think, he'd be dead delighted there to get that P4 there. As you said, it could have been potentially P7 there if it wasn't for the mistake from Katinas. And but boy, oh boy, I think Ethan would definitely take a P4, definitely. And Volbrecht there, what could have been? He would have got a win out of that if he hadn't have made the mistake the lap before.
Yeah, a bunch of mistakes late on, switching all the points around.
My oh my, what 2 races we've had so far here, Liam. Like I said, this should be a permanent fixture on the list for come season 19, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting Piper back.
Oh, so is there like some sort of problem there over at his end? Is there like bad weather at his end, or?
I'm not sure. But I don't think we're getting him back. I'll initially set it to a reverse grid and hopefully I don't have to do it by host.
So, yeah, there you go. So, while Liam has just done that then, and hopefully his loading will get back then. Now, as you look at unofficial results, which Liam will now talk over while I sort out the points for the final race of the night.
Yeah, Lewis Edwards, again, a photo finish at the end. He beats McIntosh by 0.04 of a second. Chris Clements in 3rd. Ethan Graham, all his Christmases came at once late on with a bunch of mistakes from other drivers. He takes 4th. Rob Schouler in 5th. Volbrecht in 6th. Liam New in 7th. Katinas 8th. Ash Sharp 9th. Joseph Willows in 10th. Brockner 11th, and Westenborg in 12th with Lewis Edwards' fastest lap.
Well, I tell you, it is all definitely going to be kicking off then when it comes to the last race tonight, and definitely at Brands Hatch as well, because we've got ourselves a tie for the championship lead. Xavier McIntosh is back into the lead. He's on 3-2-1, exactly the same as Ethan Graham, but because McIntosh has got 6 wins to Ethan's 4, McIntosh is your championship leader. Title points for Ethan, like I said. Lewis Edwards on 316 with the inclusion of that fastest lap as well. So there's only 5 points separating the top 3 as we go to the last round, the last race of the night. Oh, this is intense here now. And Volbrecht, he got 6th place. He will be on 290. So he's 31 points away from the top 3 ahead. Do you think that's a championship over then for Volbrecht after that mistake?
How many points off did you say he was?
31.
Barring a lot of bad luck for others, I think, yeah, that might be game over.
And the other problem now for Volbrecht is he's going to start race 3 with the medium tyres now, as well as Xavier, as well as Ash, and yeah, that should be it. Yeah, so
Clements and New.
Oh yeah, Clements, yeah, indeed, yeah.
I think there's about
and
6 cars going to be on mediums.
Showler too is going to be on mediums, as well as New. Yes, so there's going to be a few more on the mediums. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, so I think also what to mention too is another 24-hour race, isn't it? I've just remembered it, isn't it? Another 24-hour race that AXR is making, is it? Or Rob's planning on doing?
Yes, we AXR, myself, Rob, Joker, etc. We did one last year that me, Ethan Graham, and Lewis Edwards won. That was the Nürburgring 24 hours. Now, this weekend, we're doing the Fuji 24 hours in Group C cars. So we qualified last Saturday. Thankfully, AXR, we stuck it on the front row. The race is this Saturday, and like it was last time, it's all in aid for Race Against Dementia.
Yeah, I think the last one, how much was raised? About £600?
600 and something, I think.
Yeah, so that will be shown on the AXR YouTube page. I can't remember what it's exactly called. What's it called?
Aequepax Racing. AEQUEPAX Racing.
Yeah, that's probably about 72 points on the Scrabble board, that word.
Probably.
Yeah. So don't forget to tune into that then, and if you've got any donations, put it in towards that. It'll be greatly well received in that. Hopefully Rob wants to beat the target of 600 and something odd pounds. Hopefully want to see 4 figures in that, because doing a 24-hour race on that it's not easy compared to what happened the last time. There were so many problems, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a few problems, so...
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot more better than the Nürburgring one. Anyways, we're going to get that's the plugging out the way. 3rd race of the night then. So the championship lead is joined with Ethan Graham and Xavier McIntosh and Lewis Edwards at 5 points adrift. McIntosh is on the mediums, Ethan and Edwards is on the softs. So what's the worst that McIntosh is going to do?
Well, I think because there's about 6 cars on mediums, and he might look at the likes of maybe Westenborg and Wellows on the Supersoft to think, alright, I can maybe beat you. So, I mean, if he has a good race, he could come 5th. You never know. Yeah,
I think that's pretty much, again, damage limitations, if you will, if you're on the medium tyres. Here's a look then at Joseph Willow. We're not seeing a lot of him. Oh, just kisses the barrier on the exit of the for the long straightaway then. What do you think of Joseph's 2 meetings so far?
Yeah, we've not seen much of him. He's sort of been doing his own thing. He's been sort of going around learning. He's been clean. There's not been any reports of him. He's been getting involved in battles with other drivers, so that's the best way to learn. He's just sticking it out, and hopefully if GT7 comes and he's still around, hopefully he can find a bit more time and start battling in the midfield.
There we go then. That's if he does want to sign up for season 19. So he's going to be starting at the front of the field then from the reverse grid order. His teammate though, Ash Sharp, a guy who usually does very well at this track, has sort of struggled here tonight.
Yeah, he had some bad luck with race 2 with that incident into the wall, but his race 1 was pretty strong. Who knows what he can do in race 3.
Yeah, the only downside is he's on the medium, so it looks like we're not going to be seeing a win from Ash like what he did back in season 14, as Volbrecht has stuck his car in the middle of the long right hand onto the back stretch. And Clements, what a meeting this has been for Clements then. 2 times on the podium, could have had potential win in both of them, and just missing out there. just what he needed as well, but I just feel that, you know, he's, what, 47 points away. You feel that the championship over for Clements now.
Yeah, it's sort of boiling down to McIntosh, Graham and Edwards.
Yeah, and Volbrecht could also be the helpful partner for Ethan too, as well. Well, as well as New and Rob as well in the process. Here we go then, reverse grid order then for the final race of the night under the lights then at Sainte Croix. And it will be Jeffrey Westenborg on the pole, followed by Casper Brockner second. Then it is Joseph Willows in third. His teammate Ash Sharp in fourth. Then you've got Katinas in fifth. Liam New in sixth. Volbrecht in seventh. Schauler in eighth. Ethan Graham in ninth. Clements in 10th. 11th then for your joint championship leader McIntosh and Edwards, the winner in race 2. Only Justo starts in P12 as it slides out, and away we go then, as just heard the engine from Ash Sharp as MG was very, very loud there. So then as the field then go 4 wide, 5 wide then into turn 1. Let's have a look then at the back. It is 4 wide. By looks of it going into turn 1. That is a Alfa Romeo there on the inside. I think that might have been Tram Volbrecht that might have been there. That's probably gained a few positions in the process. Ethan Graham's teammate is up into P6. Clements in 7th there, but we've got ourselves a battle for the lead here as Brockner want to become a 2-time winner, trying to get by Jeffrey Westenborg out of turn 3. Oh, nearly gets into the side of him, possibly. And McIntosh has made a good start. He's up into 8th place, but there's a mad full of cars. He's in there. He's right in the middle of things.
Yeah, it's the danger zone. He's
Ooh.
always... Volbrecht and Clements are just at each other's throats.
He might have compromised 8th place there to Edwards, which he has done. Yeah, he tried to go round the outside of Volbrecht going onto the bridge, so he's lost a spot in the process to Edwards. And there you can see there's Schauler. There is McIntosh's safety net there up in P10. And there's Liam New in 11th position. I think, more sparks flying there. That was Clements as well as Schauler. And it looks like to me that Schauler's got by Lewis Edwards again. Indeed he does. And Edwards is dropping down the order.
Edwards might have been one of the cars who hit the wall, because McIntosh got him and now Schauler's on the brink of getting him.
So Edwards has not made a good start there on no set of super softs from starting dead last on the field. Now his teammate is now inherited last place. It's Casper Brockner. It's gone into the lead of the race. Westenborg down in second, but Katinas is in third position, looking at potential ABG Motorsport 1-2 at the moment. No, we haven't seen that before this season. Ethan Graham in fourth position, Sharp in fifth. I believe he's the first drivers on the medium tyres. Clements in sixth. Then you've got Volbrecht in seventh, and there is McIntosh in eighth, and Edwards is back into P9.
Yeah, Clements just past Volbrecht. I think Volbrecht's going to have a look back.
That was like nearly a corner cut from Lewis Edwards there, but I think he's going to go around the outside then into turn 14. Schauler's trying to go in through the middle of it and can't get it done there. Liam New just kisses the wall there. There's Joseph Willows now at the back of the field from starting third on the grid. In fact, Liam New's putting a very hefty block on Willows, who was actually through. So Willows has now gained a spot as we start lap 2, and it is now an ABG Motorsport 1-2. Katinas has gone by Westenborg, and now Westenborg has now got Ethan Graham, the joint championship leader, now hounding him, the back of the Team Atomic Kitten driver.
It's just a mess from about 5th or 6th down.
Oh, Sharp may have just kicked the grass there. Edwards may have lost a little bit of momentum. And there is Clements is up to 8th position. Where is Schauler? Sorry, where's Schauler? Where is McIntosh? There he is there. Clements had to put on the brakes. Oh, a bit too much on the brakes there.
I think Clements is a bit of lag.
Yeah, it could have been a bit of a lag actually there. Now they're nearly going to go free abreast over the bridge. And again, Edwards going to lose out here. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide. They're going to go 4 wide here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, on board with Schauler. He's got the best seat in the house. They are going to go 4 wide. 4 into 1 over the bridge is not going to work, guys. Who's going to come out on top here? Oh, dear me. Edwards going for the switcheroo. Oh, it's all carnage here. Now I think Schauler's in the middle of 3 wide. No, it's not. Clements has lost out big time now. He's down to 11th place.
Yeah, he was stuck on the outside. He had to wait for every other car to turn in and get through.
Sharp doing a fine job though, holding on to 5th position, but he's got a massive amount of cars right behind him. There you can see, there's Edwards, Volbrecht, then there's McIntosh, Schauler, and then there's Liam Newman as well. He's also up there now battling into that 10th position. And I think through now goes, who was that? That was Edwards through. Oh, McIntosh gets a little sideways. God, it's an absolute mess there. They're 3 wide, aren't they? Sharp's not going to back out of that one. No, definitely not. Now, Volbrecht goes to the inside of McIntosh. That is for 6th position. Look at this mess of cars here. I'm just amazed they've not made any contact at all. Now they're 4 wide again, and Schauler forcing the issue.
Schauler's just been 3 places in
unbelievable
10
here.
seconds.
Oh, I've got to have a look.
That's good for McIntosh as well. He's got his blockade back.
Here's a replay. Let's just have a look at this then. So Volbrecht just clipped the barrier. There was enough room there to stick an export car there in the middle of Sharp and Volbrecht. Liam New was passing Sharp in the process. Yeah, just very good opportunistic driving that from Rob Schauler.
Yeah, all the fighting between Sharp, McIntosh and Volbrecht just slowed them all down enough for him to get 3 cars.
As more cars then going onto the grass, that was Volbrecht 2 as well as someone else. I think that might have been Clements as well. Now let's see then. Brockner's lead to his teammate is 1.4 seconds, but now Ethan Graham is only 3 seconds behind. He's only managed to get by Vestenborg, so yeah, a little bit of a struggle then for Ethan Graham. Edwards then into a 5th position, and there is McIntosh in 6th position. The most important thing that McIntosh wants to see is his teammates still behind him.
Yeah, and it looks like they're kind of pulling away now. You've got Liam New in 8th. They've broken the toe to him. And everyone now behind him, apart from Willows, is on the medium tyre, so there's no tyre advantage. Volbrecht hits the wall in 12th. Yeah, disaster here again for Tranders. He's down there in last position, as you said. Yep, and now Willows is now trying to go on the inside of Chris Clements here. Go on, Joseph. He's no shabby enough to battle with some champions in this field. Clements then to the inside of Sharp. That is a position gained then for Clements. I have to say though, from Liam New here, I know we've been criticising him about his erraticness of driving, but he's been very, very clean tonight. Yeah, there's not been any instance note that we've seen, so, and it's a track with quite a few heavy braking zones, so maybe his timeout has taught him a thing or two.
And of course, we'll get to see Emma Van Til for the finale at Brands Hatch, and let's see if that is will have helped him as well come the finale next week. Because still Sharp and Clements still battling. Sharp not giving it up without a fight here. Clements just kisses the barrier, so that's a position game for Sharp, and as well as his teammate Joseph Willows. So Clements then really trying here in this last race, but it's just not working for him or for Volbrecht at all. And now Willows has gone into 8th, 9th position there. So Joseph Willows, though, showing some good pace then in that MG. And now you've got the MG boys in side by side now. Sharp, oh, Volbrecht nearly getting into Sharp as well. Oh, Clements is one to get 2 and 1 here. Oh, was there a bit of contact through there? Bit of secret desperation here from Clements. Flash of the lights there from Sharp. I don't know who he was angry at there.
Clements, I think. He stuck his nose in on a 3 wide and Sharp ended up being shoved out because of it.
From Ash's end though, he probably won't realise that because he thought that Joseph just turned in on him or just never turned in on in that corner, but I think Ash will probably realise when he would look back at it, then it was like Clements is just flashing the indicator lights as well. Just noticed that. In fact, yeah, Clements is backed up. Clements is backed off hugely.
Yeah, maybe he's given the place up. But I don't think he needed to drop 2.5 seconds back.
Still an ABG Motorsport 1-2. Brockner extends his lead to a 1.7 second advantage there. Ethan Graham then in 3rd position, now being chased, still being hounded by Jeffrey Vestenborg. Vestenborg's showing some great pace then in that car, and Edwards is caught up now with him in P5. Still back to Josh.
Edwards could still get a podium.
Sorry now. Yeah, Lewis
I was
Edwards
just saying Edwards could still get a podium. He's right on them, and Graham's not catching the Lexus so far.
No, the Lexus are normally very quick on a straight line, and this track you can see there was quite a few amount of straight lines here. Edwards then go for the pass on Vestenborg. That's a good pass there, so that's P4 now. And now he will set his sights on a guy who has been teammates for 4 seasons, in which Lewis has won 3 titles with this driver as his teammate, Ethan Graham. As we start the second half then of the final race of the night. It's been some incredible racing here tonight, Liam. Definitely the best of the season that we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's always great racing, you know, lots of braking zones, a wide track. It gets narrow in some places, but Sainte always delivers. I love this track.
So let's see what these 2 former teammates of many seasons will do here. Ethan then driving for JS Motorsport. Lewis Edwards driving for Peugeot Sport, the season 15 champion versus the season 11, 12, 14 and 17 champion. Ethan doesn't look too comfortable over the bridge corner. I have to say, his lines through there, he's not been too confident with this car around this track here. But I mean, if he can get a 3rd place, he'll definitely salvage something. What's been quite a tough time, if you will. He's lost that big buffer in the gap in the driver's standings, although we made that corner look like a bit of a mistake. And now Edwards is caught all over the back of him. This has been a bit of a struggling time here, this for Ethan here tonight.
Yeah, he's obviously not happy with the car. I didn't expect it to be as quick as Volbright has been at times, but I think it was always going to be a bit flawed with its lack of straight line speed compared to the other cars. I mean, Edwards is just cruising by him. Yeah,
there was a couple of corners mistakes there that Ethan may have done, so that would have hampered Ethan in the process. But Edwards then up into third position from 12th on the grid, although Ethan wants it back again. Late braking, that's one thing that Ethan has been very good at, is late braking, and holds on to that 3rd spot though. But they're going to be side by side through these series of fast corners here. No, it's not. Ethan retakes the 3rd spot again.
Yeah, this might be one of those that goes on to the end. Got about 7 minutes of racing when they cross the line.
Just looking at the 2 teammates. Go on.
Yeah, Katinas is slowly closing on Brockner, although Brockner went slightly quicker that lap.
Yeah, the gap down to 1.5 seconds. The last time we checked, it was 1.7 seconds. I was just looking at McIntosh to...
Brockner's gone wide, though.
Oh... Let's have a look. Yeah, he has. Now what's going to happen here? Is there going to be teammates driving here? No, Brockner's going to give the position up. Katinas takes the lead of this race now.
What did I say? Katinas could potentially win a race 3 tonight.
Here's the replay.
And he's
in
possession too.
There's the replay. Brockner went off at turn 1. So that 1.5 second advantage is completely diminished, and now Katinas is now into the lead of the race. So I wonder if Brockner's going to allow Katinas to get his first career win in this series, or will there be some inter-team battle for the 1-2 and end up like a Nico Lewis situation?
I think it'll be a Katinas win. He's been slowly closing all but 1 lap.
Still the battle for 3rd place is still raging on. Edwards on the inside going into that nasty bump left-hander, and Edwards has got that 3rd spot away from Ethan, and Vestenborg is keeping those 2 very, very honest here, riding on board then with Jeffrey. This will probably be his best finish of the season. I think we've not seen a team Atomic Kit in a car this high up since Jordan Hogan at the Red Bull Ring, as there's sparks flying up there from Edwards. And it looks like Ethan has got that 3rd spot back here. I was just about to say there, McIntosh has regained that 6th place on Schauler. I'm wondering if the 2 export drivers think they can catch up 3.3 seconds to Vesterborg in P5.
I don't think so. I think potentially if Westenborg didn't have 2 laps in Ethan Graham's toe, they might have, but Westenborg's found his pace now, so I think 6th is the limit for McIntosh.
Oh,
Edwards hits the wall.
Yeah, Edwards just kisses the wall there, tries a bit too hard out of that little nasty corner, and there's a little bit of daylight between them. Not too much though, because even Lewis Edwards will still be in the tow. Now it looks like the top 2 then are very close together as we've got the penultimate lap then. So what's going to happen? Are they going to battle for the win, or is it going to be like Adam Piper, Chris Clements, Red Bull Ring in race 3, or are they just going to hold station?
I think Brockner just gave him a bump draft, so they might go with that.
I don't think they'd be too fairly worried. I mean, they're 5 seconds down the road over this battle for third place now. So the point standings then, as we go into the finale at Brands Hatch, Ethan Graham will currently be sitting on 336 points. McIntosh will be sitting on 331 points, and Lewis Edwards will be sitting on 329 points. Unofficially though, there is still a couple of laps left racing to go. Edwards could potentially get P3 out of this as well. He's also set the fastest lap of the race as well, so that's another crucial championship point going his way.
And he's even 4 tenths purple now.
Let's have a look then at the two drivers then. Yeah, Katinas and Brockner still side by side there. They had their problems at Lagor no, it wasn't that. There wasn't that track. It was Sedekna. Yeah, where the two of them got into each other on a couple of occasions in those races. They're working well together. 1-2 so far. That'll be great for their team manager to look on their dashboard to see those drivers then working cohesively. And now
Brockner's
again
lifting off.
And now Edwards just goes around the outside of Ethan Graham, so that changes the championship just a teensy bit. Oh, although Ethan, try as he might, late breaking through there. If he can hold it on the inside, well, sorry, have the inside for the next corner, but couldn't do it. So Edwards gains a championship point. So now it'll be Ethan Graham on 334 points. Xavier McIntosh will be on 331 points, and Lewis Edwards will be on 331 points. 332, sorry, if you count the fastest lap. Ethan goes back onto the inside, into the penultimate corner, may have just about, nearly into Edwards in the process too. We start the last lap of this race. It looks like it could be Team Oilers there for 1-2, but it's just anyone's guess for third spot, although the gap is just slowly going up now.
Yeah, Graham's mistake at the final turn allowed Edwards to get through and pull a couple of tenths. Is he able to break the toe before they get to the back straight? It'll be tough.
And again, McIntosh still holding on to that 6th place there. Again, Schauler doing the good thing there, the right thing to keep his teammate just in front of him there. They do have a massive advantage over to Liam New, who's been very, very good here tonight. 8th place for him, solid effort that from him. Volbrecht in 9th place. Again, you could feel that his championship over for him as they go into next week there. Joseph Willow still giving Volbrecht a good run for his money. And then you've got Clemenson 12th place, and looks like Sharp looks like he's just given up, unfortunately.
Edwards has broken toe. Unless Graham gets it around the long right-hander, it's going to be difficult.
There we go, Ben Edwards takes it nice and tidy through there, but the gap you can just see is going up, so you can just feel that Edwards will potentially have 3rd place in the bag. But it's these two out in front. ABG Motorsport 1, ABG Motorsport 2, the Lexuses. Like I says, oh no, it was Casper Brockner. Yeah, he won early in the season. Oh, is Brockner thinking about making a pass here? He's looking a bit of it. And we know
He
Katinas
showed a nose, but he lifted.
Yeah, he did lift a bit there. Katinas, who had won Ashes Series on Thursday. I can't remember what that was, the 2-0 championship. He won that championship. He's done very well, very good in qualifying, as Katinas there. Showed signs of he could race up with the big boys up at the front, but then the race pace had just kind of struggled for it though. But here he comes then. One more corner to go, and he will get his very first win of this season. And he will be the 8th different winner in the 24 races we've had so far this season. Here we go then. Across start finish line. Flashes the indicator lights then. It is, oh no, what's he doing? Don't do it. No, what's he doing? He's giving it to Brockner. It's a Schumacher Barrichello Austria 2002. He had the way. Oh well.
Maybe he thinks Brockner deserved it, bar the mistake.
Well, I tell you what, there. Well, I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. I thought Katinas would have just gave him the win.
Yeah, it seems Brockner was happy to sit behind, but no. I guess Katinas thought you deserved it, you were ahead, you made one mistake, have it back.
I mean, in fairness, look, Katinas is battling with Shaula in the driver's points. I mean, that could have helped him a long, long way away, but I'm surprised by that. He's basically gifted Brock now. I mean, it's still great for the team. It's a 1-2, but in my eyes, Casper should have been second in that.
Yeah, well, that's the joys of team games. Casper might potentially be the one to go and finish further up in the standings.
No, I tell you what, hopefully the fans are not going to boo like what happened in 2002 with Michael Schumacher and Rubens Barrichello with that farce of ending of the race there. But there you go, Ben Casper Brock now. You could say he did deserve the win because he was leading for pretty much the whole of the race until barring that mistake then at turn 1, and Katinas gets P2, but it would definitely be a hollow victory for Brock now, I'd feel.
I'm sure they'll both be happy.
Well, as long as they're happy for the team, that's what counts anyway. So here is your unofficial race results then for the final race. Then Casper Brock now gets the win in interesting circumstances over Katinas then, who gets second place. And Lewis Edwards then, what a drive for him to get from 12th up to 3rd. And again, more importantly, a yet another fastest lap. So all in all, that race, that would have gave him 16 points. So, yeah, I'll put that out there now. Ethan Graham gets 4th place for him. That will put him on to 334 points. Great drive that from Jeffrey Westerborg. Top 5 for him. Great to see him up there in with that lot there. And Xavier McIntosh then will finish 6th place, 10 points to him. So as the championship then goes to the final round at Brands Hatch, Ethan Graham holds it unofficially with 334 points. Lewis Edwards on 332 and Xavier McIntosh on 331. There's only just 3 points separating the top 3 as we go into the final round at Brands Hatch. And yeah, it's going to be very exciting, Liam.
It is. It's always great when you have multiple cars going in and when they're only a couple of points apart.
Yeah.
So hopefully Brands is amazing.
Yeah, we hope so too. It'll be the full GP circuit. Anyway, before we get going, drive of the day. There's going to be
it's a name I've said a lot, but I feel like it's probably going to be McIntosh. First, second, and 7th. Could have been first, and
sixth.
First, second, and 6th. Could have been first, and 6th, but still a very good set of results throughout the whole night.
Oh, well, it'll be so definitely some entertaining tonight. Then everyone else has just left the room, so we better get going too. So absolutely some fantastic racing through the field there. Good, clean, hard racing. That's what we want to see. Hopefully it'll be the same like that come the finale next week at Brands Hatch. So until then, I've been Sean.
And I've been Liam.
And stay tuned for next week because the finale is going to be an absolute slobber knocker. See you next week.